Hello. So this Messiah has been on my brain like the last 2 weeks, week and a half, and then with Sir Luza unalived, maybe a little more. So the other day I went before he expired. I started pulling cards because I wanted to know what the aunt knew. Oh, that's not what happened. I watched her short that I did, and that clock came out, and the 110, or the 10 is baffled me. So I tried to, Google picture it to see if they could find it, and I cannot find this clock, where it's made, why it says 110 at the 10. So I'm not thinking, and I'm not thinking, I'm thinking about it, but I can't figure out why. And then it dawns on me a couple of days later, the 110 is January 10th. So she goes missing January 9th at night, but I think whatever happened January 10th. So then I go start watching videos, because at the time it was just too heartbreaking to watch, but I didn't watch anything. I didn't watch any of his interrogation, the court, anything. I just knew she got off a bus and met up with somebody, and that's kind of the extent of what I knew. I knew there was an aunt. I knew that there was competition that came out in her first short. So, regardless, here we are. This is all because of that clock. I'm not going to read so much as I need to. I've got all this information on my desk. I got different piles, different people. Hopefully I remember who's who. I'm going to read here and there, but I'm not going to do a reading. It's more about showing what came out. So I started with the aunt. I put that short up the other day. And then I started going deeper and watching things. And I'm like, well, pull for this guy. Pull for this family member. Pull for this location. So here we go. Now this is Naziah. This is what came out for her. So I asked her what happened January 9th. The other thing I did is I go to the short that I did, a year ago? And I go through the stickers, and I start going through Google Earth to see what I see. There was like a zoo. What else was in there? Oh, champagne, a snake, the disco ball, that clock. This clock is what got us here. So, Naziah, I got the fake death, and then asking where tavern, which is kind of, but not, going to the celebrity. The guy's singing. I don't know what this is. So this is Naziah asking what happened January 9th. Then I got a house. So Manor, Dynasty, Family Home, Basement, Hut, Fire Insurance, Haunting, Bad Neighborhood, Gardening, Infestation, Castle, Builder, Abandoned Building, Demolish, Put on the Market. Then we go here. Now I used the same decks for every pile, each person or thing I was asking about. So first I got the death card. college. This came out for... I'm gonna wait. The Empress. I know in her reading a year ago, The Child came out. And The Ten of Swords. Okay. And then... So I don't really want to read. An end to... Okay, I'm trying not to read, but hers is kind of important. An end to... Somebody ended... Double ending. So that could mean... Sorry to be graphic, but her and the child... An affair, a situation... I think this is... So the reading I just did, Six of Cups, came out... I feel like this lady was holding that fruit bowl, and that'll come up again in another pile. This is Naziah. So, an ending to the birth, an ending to... Now, this is a double ending because it's the Death card and the Ten of Swords. An ending to somebody being stressed about something in there. Let me see what the Ten of Swords says here. Pain, sadness, stabbed in the back. Somebody's putting an end to burdensome thoughts in their head about a situation. So if they get rid of the problem, then they won't have these overwhelming thoughts. That's what I got. Okay. Now for stickers, this is what came out. Oh, I gotta go get her paper. Now this is the third... Oh, she's got the Death card twice. The cake is the Death card. So maybe that birthday thing... I don't know when the beginning of this madness was. Where's that paper? Okay. So, was this house, that house on... Corville? Where that girl was yelling? Was it that abandoned school? But it says house. Okay, let me keep going because there's a couple of other situations here. Okay, the zoo again. This beetle. I thought I wrote that down. Oh, that's what she got. She got champagne, disco ball mouth, snake, waffle maker, French clock, and Mother's Day. In the strength card. And the letter N. So this clock, 110, miracles. Tile. German folk art. Could be Moroccan. Could be Arabic. Could be Dutch. Then I just started writing things down. Not that any of this has anything to do with it, but Detroit Waffle Factory, the Waffle Cafe, Le Petit Zinc, the Candy Bar, Spotlight Detroit, Detroit Zoo, Detroit's East 7 Mile Neighborhood, and Snake the Movie. I don't know. Oh, I had a dream the other night that she was pregnant 3 times. That's the message I got. She was pregnant 3 times. Okay. That beetle I looked up, I think it said barrage beetle. Beetle, butterfly, white dove. Do I have a dove here? Dove. Love, peace, and renewal, death. Okay. I don't know if, because she had champagne in the last one, she's got Tito's in this one. I don't know if somebody gave her a drink, like when he was looking up that antifreeze stuff. Okay. Let me keep going. I'm not trying to do a reading. I'm just trying to... Something might stick out to somebody. I don't know. Okay. Where am I? Who's this? This is... Okay. This was the aunt, which I already put out there. Now let's go over this. The aunt, Shannon. So, I believe that it's possible she knew what was happening that night. But she was hoping he got rid of her when he's sitting probably in that motel room eating chips, doing whatever. And there's something about a dog. I was watching something yesterday and somebody said something about a dog, but I couldn't catch who or where. I forgot where that was. Sorry. The other thing about the dog, the other time I saw a dog was where the psychic and Toots said, what is that street? What is that street? Oh, I can't remember. That street where the golf course is, and then across the street is that weird house. Okay. Did I write it down? I didn't. I did, but I don't know where I wrote it. This is important because I also pulled cards on those two locations, but let me keep going. Oh, this came out, sorry. This came out for Nozaya. This is the black man. Resilient. Okay. Now we go here. The Six of Cups. This woman with the fruit bowl, which I think is the same. Well, she's got on a different skirt, so maybe it's a different family member. I'm not trying to read it. Okay, this is what came out for the aunt. The fruit bowl is kind of important because it comes out again. The aunt. Okay, this watch. I don't know why. Well, I do. 10/9. January 9th. Which it should be on 10/10, but it's not. But maybe somebody has that watch. Map came out for the aunt. Like the word map and then maps. There's more birds. Bird, butterfly, this oven, and this sailor girl. Okay, that was the aunt. Something else came out for her. What am I missing? Did she not get one of these? Hold on. I had to pull a thing for her. I'll pull one now. The aunt, Shannon. Tell me about the aunt Shannon, what she knew. El Baracho. Hold on. Is it in here? Oh, it is. Okay. Sorry. There's a second part to this. So then I asked what she knew about where Nozaya went. I've got the park. And then I've got kidnapped. Missing person, negotiation, on the run, blackmail, stalker, transfer funds, terms, crypto, ransom drop, secret location, blindfold, anonymous letter, unmarked bills, van, hostage. Now, this, when I asked about Shannon on January 9th, 2024. This is what came out. So, something about celebrity, which I think they're all thinking Jarvis the loser is. I think he was teasing her to get something, a car, money, alibi, whatever. Or they both knew what was happening. And then the heart, hope, which there's two meanings to this. The old-fashioned one, which is don't miss me because I will return in a truck. Do not miss me, sweetheart. I'll be back by bus. Don't give up. This love is true. A longing for someone or something. And then the other definition is romantic feelings, emotions, a longing for someone, waiting for true love. Now, what's this? Baracha, the drunk. Somebody's a drunk. Somebody's a drinker. Or has an addiction. Okay, that's the aunt. Now, who's this? This is King. When I asked about King. Okay? This is what came out for King. So it went the Five of Pentacles. Maybe somebody needed, so feeling left out, but maybe somebody needed medical help. Six of Pentacles, which means somebody offered help, gave help, received help, or going from the Five to the Six of Pentacles, somebody gave somebody something material. And then the Chariot, but here's the thing, it goes 5, 6, 7. That is following steps, a plan. 7 is the Chariot. Meaning, no, this is me asking about King, so this is saying something about his driving, his car, his transport, him being the driver, or Jarvis the loser using his car. So this came out too. I don't think that goes with that. This does. Power supply, when I asked where she was. And then the parrot came out. I think that goes there. Let me see. This is where I might get things mixed up. And then, now in regular Lotteria, that is surprise. Also death, but the skull, surprises. Life is short, things are in place, look and you'll find something new, unexpected, but still a shock. Are these his? Okay. I'm gonna have to say these are hits. Okay. Now, this parakeet has also come out for somebody else. I might be messing this all up. I'm not, but might not be making sense to you guys. I should have just did this the normal way. So this is what came out for King. I've got the Moon, Secrets, Route 66, something about a dead end, messages. This kind of looks like, it does and it doesn't, looks like she's below the water. Or locked in somewhere. Earplugs. And a vase of flowers. Okay. Now, this is the... What is this? This is the grandmother. So here we go with another basket of fruit. Queen of Wands. Five of Cups and the Fool. The Fool is going to come out again. So the grandmother, Queen of Wands, she has a sexual card. Five of Cups and the Fool. A loss. Power. Loss. A new beginning. Something new. Okay? Then this comes out for the grandmother. Celebrity. Lord of Lore. So a paying man is what I'm getting. Celebrity, autograph collector, which we've already had celebrity. This is how the grandmother, when I asked who, this is how Shannon sees whoever's involved with Nazia's disappearance, and this is how the grandmother sees whoever's involved with Nazia's disappearance. Autograph collector, stalker, interview, rock star, scandal, red carpet star, tabloid news, talent agency, paparazzi, VIP, adoring crowds, Hollywood, red carpet, glitz, and supermodel. And the Lord of Lore. Do I have that book over here? If I do, I'll read it. I do. The Lord of Lore speaks of renewal. And that's the Fool card, too. Okay. Okay. Keep going. Renewal. What ethical action is needed? How can you be true? What needs renewal? What has to be finalized or discontinued? What fear grips you? What story dispels fear? What needs to move on? What needs renewal? Family gift. I bestow the gift of renewal. When things look dead, you can bring new life out of the dark. Okay, I don't want to read the whole thing. Renewal. And then the last thing to come out for the grandmother, not last, but next thing to come out was the tunnel, when I asked. Nazia's location. Okay, that. And here's the grandmother's stickers. So she got this one, which is alarming, because that kind of speaks of being in a gang. 19. Alright, finding a gang. Finding? Okay. This is my regular, because this is why it's a little confusing. This is my regular deck of Lotteria cards. I got a packet of stickers that are also Lotteria cards, but they did their own thing. Let me show you. Who's this? This is Jarvis. So this came out for Jarvis. Ooh. This is my regular deck. Interesting. Skeleton, interesting. So, meaning this rooster is usually number 1, which means betrayal. Someone would deny betraying you. Look for alarm alert. The one that sang for, this is the other definition. The one that sang for St. Peter will never sing for him again. Warning of betrayal, look out, might not warn again. Listen to advice while you can, will not be endlessly repeated. Now, the rooster is usually number 1, but number 19 is, so I kind of have to read both. The heron, usually. Find. Wow, okay. Hold on. Wow. I didn't read the old version. Okay. At the other side of the river, I have my sandbank. Where sits my darling, short one, with the beak of a dark heron? It says, true love is there, but you might have a ways to go to find it. Look and you will find what you're seeking, maybe in an unlikely place. What you want is in sight, but still just a little out of reach. You may find love in an unlikely place or have to go out and search for it. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. I don't know what they're speaking of. Okay, this is the grandmother's stickers. This says, of course it's good. It's a good thing to have a lot of worries. That means you're working hard to live your life to the fullest. Clowns are funny in a graveyard. No shoes. Maybe she didn't allow shoes in the house. A ferry ticket. I looked it up. There are a couple of ferries in Michigan. November 20th could be relevant. Usually this is a same-sex couple. And then a paper flower. Peace and love, it says behind it. Okay, grandmother, done. Next. What was this? This is... Oh, I'm sorry. This is Jarvis. Okay. This came out for Jarvis. Okay. The Magician, the Ace of Cups, and the Queen of Cups. Okay. So Magician, Ace of Cups, Two of Cups. Wow, he is a master manipulator. Magician, Ace of Cups, Two of Cups, Three of Cups, 2, 3, Three of Cups. Okay. This came out for Jarvis. School, classroom learning, knowledge acquisition. This came out for Jarvis. Now, Nazia got maps. No, Shannon got maps. And a map sticker. He got a globe. Map making, Columbus, war, astronomy, discovery, ships, planet, exploration, navigate, coordinates, antique, oceans, geography, flat earth theory, longitude, latitude, missiles. I'm just going to leave that. I'm not going to read. This came out for Jarvis. So I don't know if she... the grandmother got tunnel. Not to say she has anything to do with it. But these are kind of looking... This looks like a basement. Inside tunnel. Tunnel inside, tunnel underneath. Not really sure. This came out for Jarvis. The hand. And this also came out for Jarvis. The crow. Power. Mystery. Intuition. The hand, dishonesty. The hand of a criminal. Someone in this issue is being dishonest. People do not change their nature. Be careful of the choices you make. Dishonesty. Criminal. Be careful of people around you or the choices you make. And theft. Now, these are his stickers. There's that paper flower. Evil Eye Protection. A chickadee. Not even a full bird, but a chickadee. Also, the Chariot. Feeling like I just lost a friend. This is at 2 o'clock. And then something about India. Now, these don't have to be the actual place. It could just be speaking of neighborhoods, a Dutch neighborhood, an Indian neighborhood, a German neighborhood. This is kind of interesting. This is a restaurant in Germany that's a former cigarette factory. Then I've got this guy smoking, but I also got, who's the smoker? And who had the gold watch? And who has different colored eyes? This, Flor de Baraja, which is a cigar company. Oh, the Chariot. Now this brings me back to this Chariot. So, as far as transportation, Jarvis got transportation and King got transportation. Not to say anybody, I'm not accusing anybody of anything, I'm just pointing out what I'm getting. A winter chickadee. Okay. Okay, now, this was interesting. So I asked who is responsible. And I didn't mean to grab this card, but it came out anyway. Industry. A manufacturer, a money handler, a local artisan, international merchant. But then I also got mixed colored eyes. Who has mixed colored eyes? Then this, whoever this is, I don't know. This, where is it? Whoever this is, where is that? Oh. So, the parrot and the parrot, different numbers though. Yeah, the parrot, communication, the truth. Don't repeat everything you hear, listening only to respond, be sociable, communicate. Okay. So, that came out, but why is that one 20? The bird. No, okay, sorry, I take that back. This is the bird. There's a lot of birds here. There's a lot of talking. There's a lot of communication. A lot of sharing of information. This is not the same as this. So, he's out of the clear with that one for me. Okay. Now, this is me asking who is responsible for her missing. So again, I've got somebody in the industry, mixed colored eyes, and the parrot, communication. Then came grandparent in the concert. Now we had the celebrity singing on stage. This could speak about a concert hall, somebody was at a concert, made a plan, or this could be actual close to the location of a concert hall, something might have happened. Excuse me. So that's what I got for that. Who is responsible for her missing? Grandparent in a concert. I don't know what that means. Then, okay, 8 of Wands, that's communication. Somebody had the keys. Lots of keys. Knight of Wands, that's usually sexual. And then 6 of Pentacles, which I've already gotten with, I don't know, I'm sorry, too many, I try to rule you out, but then you keep getting pulled back in. Too many cards are correlating. So 6 of Pentacles was here. Which came out for King. I've got the Chariot in common, the Fool. I didn't do that one yet. Okay. Who's responsible? Somebody that gives help, somebody fast. Something about fast. Fast travel, fast driver, fast talker. Could be an Aries, doesn't have to be. That helps. The handler, the helper. Okay, keep going. Why? Right and injustice and a myth. Conviction, criminal record, repentance, apology, perjury, acquittal, forgive, death row. False allegation, pardon, hate, exoneration, reputation, DNA, guilty, reopen case, revenge. And then the myth, fairy tale, Odysseus, monster, pagan deities, Atlantis, story, Arabian Nights. Interesting. Religion, hero, urban legend. Bigfoot rumor, creation, tradition, archetype, exaggerated ancient history. Okay. Who is responsible? Right and injustice, myth. So, okay. What did I hear last night? Something about, no, this would go back. Somebody getting revenge. Not to say this is factual, but I heard something. Somebody getting revenge and kidnapped her because of something that was done to them or their family? I don't know if I heard that correctly. Alright, now for this person. Now this is where it gets... I have question marks. Here's more liquor, more warning signs. But the pizza. I don't love that. Number 22 is the return, and then smugglers. Stowaway jam. So was she kidnapped? Travel size. Theft. Looks like an airport. Terminal. Interesting. Pizza, the snake. Love and Bullets. Miraval. Warning. What's this warning say? Improper use of ATVs can cause severe injury or death. And then warning. If you touch my drums, I will stab you in the neck with a knife. Now, isn't that from Step Brothers? Okay, I'm going to leave that there. Last one. Who was this? Oh, I can't remember what I asked for this. Oh, I know what this is. I know exactly what this is. Me asking about their repair shop. This is what I got. What happened at the repair shop that night? So I have, this is crazy. I've got the moon. I've already gotten the moon for Jarvis. Did he get the moon? Hold on a second. I need to see those stickers. I know I saw the moon. Right here. Okay. That looks like it's in what's-her-name's deck. I'm just going to leave it alone. So, the moon, and she is very much pregnant. Okay. And then Ace of Pentacles. What happened in that shop? And I did say King went from 5 of Pentacles to 6 of Pentacles. There was a pentacle given. I don't know what for. And then 8 of Pentacles, and that's the workplace. So, this is the auto shop. Now, I have to leave this here because then this came out. Well, what happened there? Magic. Is that over here? Yep. Magic. Desire for change, breaking taboo, harnessing forces within, alignment, collaboration, being guided. So, that came out. Now this came out. What happened there as far as my true crime tarot cards? Hidden. How does this happen? An iguana changes colors? That rarely happens. There's something hidden, and it might be at that garage. Do I have an iguana here? I highly doubt it. Lizard. Vision, expansion, regeneration. I don't know. I'm going to leave that there. That came out with that. Patience. This also came out with it. The man, the husband, the father. But like I showed you, this one is pretty much dead. He's dead, right? He looks dead to me. He doesn't look like this guy. Okay, and then he's smoking. And then there's this, the cigar thing. So I'm wondering, was he, unfortunately, selling her? Because across from that golf course looks like a truck stop. And some weird things happen at truck stops. Okay. So I'm going to leave that over there. And then these came out for this. The shop. Marilyn. The concert hall. Marilyn. This. No standing. Okay. Utah. I don't know if that's speaking of the way they are, or I don't want to say the way they are. What is this? Lotus Temple, India. Hold on. Where did I see the lotus? Lotus. Where did I? Right here. Ace of Cups. Okay. But alright, this, on that road where the golf course is, and then across the street is that weird house building that the psychic was talking about, and Toots was talking about. Right in front of that house is a sign. No standing, just like this, and that blew my mind when that sticker came out. So I've got Maryland, India, Utah, and a double Dutch bus, not Dutch, but double bus, London. Weird. Okay, now this is the last part. These two came out for this. So sports and secret agency. Now this is talking about, okay, hold on. This is me asking about their auto shop. So did a bunch of these people come through there from Utah, Indian, English, Maryland? Okay. Sports. This is about the auto shop. Losing weight, sponsorship, athletes, Olympics, heart rate, health, ambition, working out, $1 million contract, gold, down to the wire, team spirit, gold medal, games, coaching. And then secret agency, I don't know how either of these apply to that auto shop. Government secrets, X-Files, Agent Spectre, conspiracy, KGB, wiretap, paranoia, CIA, protect the nation, treason, secret files, 007, gather intel, spooks, MI5, black ops, and a spy. But then I feel like we're going back here. Did or does King know more than, or the auto shop know more than what it says? Thank you. Bye.